Hey Pisces, how you doing? Scare Ruth, how y'all doing? Welcome back to another interesting topic. As y'all can see from the title, we're talking about the ancestors that's feeding off of us, habits that we can't shake, and we wonder why we have them and we don't want to do them. Some of them make us cry or want to hurt ourselves or kill ourselves. And because when they passed on, they didn't change their habits and they still want that same feeling, so they're doing it uh, from the spiritual world. So I got a tree of life to show how it goes. And this is the tree of life. So when you die, you go through either one of these planets or spheres or whatever you want to call it. And according to what you did in your life, you move up the ladder unto, some people say, heaven, and you'll be able to come back or whatever you want to do. But some people don't. They get stuck. Okay, that's Earth. So this is the moon, sun, different other planets. So most of our ancestors who didn't change had habits, bad ancestors. They're feeding off of us, and they're on the moon, and they're getting ready for the second death. But we can help them if we recognize that those things that are inside of us are habits or things that come from our ancestors that are not good for us, and we change our ways. We help them as well. Now I don't know if they move to the next level or when they come back or how that works, but I do know that we help them. They learn from us. We learn from them. All of them learn from us as well. So any habits or anything that you got and you feel stuck in, that's the reason why they're feeding off of you. So we want to figure out, recognize that, and then figure out how to get this off of us. Because some of the habits are really horrible. You know, and it takes a lot. It's been a traditional thing, and the ones that are alive still doing those things. So let's talk about it. What I did was I put a lot of scenarios, different situations that may occur, not in your life, just examples, period. And we're going to talk about them and see how can we get out of those things. Okay, the first one is kidnapping humans to give to aliens. This is a business. People don't believe this, but families are doing this, you know. They're kidnapping people every day. We see that all the time. Kids, it don't even matter. And some of them are for different other reasons, but some of them to bring to aliens. Aliens are taking out different stuff inside of people. You know, they're changing their DNA. You see stuff all the time on TV, on the internet, or wherever people saying they got abducted by aliens. So they got set up by humans first. They had to tell them where they was, what they were doing. This is a family business, you know. So if you don't want to do that and you recognize in your family, how do you get out? Because you're definitely going to be watched. But you still have free will. It's still ways that they cannot, because they have to have different devices, and people tell them where you are and what you're doing. So you're going to really have to learn the craft first in order to know how to get out of this if this is not what you're feeling and you don't want to do that. Okay? Let's see the next scenario. Torturing people. That goes along with that. A lot of them are torturing people. You see that, you hear that a lot as well. Kidnapping people and torturing them, and you married somebody and all they want to do is fight on you and beat on you and then make love. You feel yourself having these tendencies inside, and you're wondering where that came from. Came from your ancestors, the ones that didn't change, I showed y'all. You know, and then you find your kids might get it or whatever. You want this generational curse to stop because you don't want to do this kind of stuff anymore. So we're gonna figure out how to change those things, and maybe you can figure out how to change those things. It might not be this in depth in your family, but like I said, as examples, worshiping the devil. You know, whole family of that. We know that for sure. And you like, I don't want to, and then a lot of them might be doing good things, a whole lot of them doing bad things. You know, and you go to the church and everything, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be in that type of environment anymore, you know? So you want to change. How do you get out of this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And be free to worship whoever you want. Hopefully, no one. But, be free to follow your destiny, your path, what you came here to do, because everybody has something they have to do. You don't have to follow your family's tradition, you know? It could be dangerous, like I say, getting out of it as well. Let's see, another scenario. Astro travel to rape young girls and steal people's idea. People are doing this as well. You know, I don't know if you ever woke up and you felt yourself wet and stuff. People say it's a wet dream. It could have been somebody coming in to feel on you. It don't have to be young girls, but a lot of this happens. And people know how to project themselves into your home. How do you protect your home? How do you protect from people coming in like that way and doing that? This is a serious business. Example was it? I talked about the Leo DiCaprio movie, in I forgot the name of it. Inception. They were doing that, going inside of people's brain and stealing their ideas and getting paid for it and bringing it back to people. And you have a brilliant idea. How many ideas you had it, then all of a sudden you see it online on TV? People stealing those things from you. How do you protect yourself from those type of things? You know. So yeah, asking yourself, this a different. If this is a family bloodline, you know, how questions: do I want to change it? Do I want to keep doing this? Why didn't I know? Why didn't no one tell me about my bloodline? Can I change it, and how? Do I know myself and love myself enough to get out of this stuff? You know, what do you go about? I talk about incense and candles and learning how to astral project and go and meditate yourself so you can stop it ahead of time and knowing who you are. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Knowing, what kind of powers you have to stop this so they won't be doing this to your children. Your children waking up screaming and hollering and feeling all kind of sexual, and you wondering where those things are coming from. People are coming in their house, hopefully not in a human form, but some people know how to do that. These movies are telling us what's really going on. You know, another scenario. Kill, poison your spouse for money. Got people doing that as well. Marrying rich or getting a policy on people and killing them. This is a family business. Grandpa did it, grandma did it, great great grandma did it. You know what I'm saying? Mama, daddy, whatever. Some of them even buried their spouse, you know, and take the money. And people looking for their spouse, they keep lying and say their spouse on vacation. And you as a child, you as grown now, whatever, and you're noticing something's wrong. Dad's been gone, having kids in order to keep the money flowing, you know, noticing these things going on. And you're like, wait a minute. Then they started teaching you and recruiting you into it, so you have a choice now to say no. But like I say, it could be dangerous things when you try to change that. You have to be slick about it now. You have to really get off into learning the craft, learning everything so that you can make it work for you. So you don't have to do those things. You know what I'm saying? You can live a freely life and go about your destiny and path and do what you came here to do, so you won't get caught in that on that moon with the other bad ancestors who didn't change their habits before they left here and go into the second death. You know, so those are some things to think about. And say, work at a funeral home and steal body parts and sell them, charge for it, charging too much for funerals. A man got on the internet the other day and said he'd been working for years, and he was taught to make sure he found out the policy that the people got and make sure he charged them enough to use all the policy money up. It's not that expensive to do that, but this is what he was taught, to charge people the whole policy and more if he had to, if you figure out the people have money. Okay? And it says then they take some. My mom always told me, make sure y'all watch them put me in the ground or whoever you go to funeral and cover the dirt on me, because they'll take the coffin if everybody after everybody leave and throw the body in the dirt and bury the body and take the coffin and use the coffin again for the next funeral and charge somebody else for that. And you done paid all that money out for your family to be in a coffin, you know, and they done throwed your family member out, let everybody leave. This is family businesses, you know. These are generational curses. These are things that have been happening, you know, family after family for centuries. You know what I'm saying? So how do you get out of this stuff? You know? So gotta think smarter than them. So we're gonna ask chakra wisdom cards. So maybe anybody know could help anybody out. Maybe some family members who got out of this stuff and it's also got your ancestors that went to higher levels that didn't do this or got out of that. Asking you, calling on your ancestors, asking them how did they get out of this. Let's see what they have to tell us. 7th chakra, crown chakra. Meditation and silence. Okay, that's what I was saying. You have to learn how to go into astral world yourself is one thing. And the answer come from your ancestors. I sit still in meditation regularly, as I know there is power in silence. I seek my stillness during some part of the day. In the silence, I am open to receiving without asking and without expectation. In the silence, I will hear and see the truth. Rest, tranquility, and peace are rejuvenating to my spirit. Miraculous emotional, mental, and physical healings are available when I am open to receive. So you're going to have to get it from higher power. You're going to have to get it from your ancestors. You're going to have to get it from, your higher self, whoever you believe in. Meditate and ask for answers on how to get out of this. Have to go somewhere silently and then figure it out. Plot and plan until you do. If you want to change this and you don't want your children being in this type of environment, you know what I'm saying? So let's get another overall card to complete it, maybe a little bit more info on how to get out of this stuff and change it for the better. Because people don't know you get stuck on that moon and you haven't changed anything before you left here. And there's a second death for them on the moon. Now, if you change it, you can help some of your ancestors. And then think about your ancestors that passed those things, that didn't have those habits. You want them to be able to come back in your family line. And you want to do it when you come back. But you don't want to come back to a crooked family. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're going to send one or two, to be the chosen one for that family. But you have the choice to come back and be in a family that's good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all moving to a higher level. You didn't come here the first time, second time, whatever, and you made it, made a good way. You don't want to come back and everything corrupt. You want to bypass that. We don't want our ancestors going to some other family. We want them to come back to our family, and help us out, teach us. A lot of these kids coming back, those are ancestors. So let's see, it got 10 reversal. Okay. Let's read the negative of a verse on here. Endings are for fulfillments. Either you stay in it or you move on. Stubborn, and our family, of course, they're going to be stubborn. They've been making money and doing this for centuries. They're not going to let you just come in and want to change things. So you're going to have to be, clever on doing this. Let them trust you, helpful, ambitious. You're gonna have to show, act like I say. They say meditate or whatever. Find out about it. Uh, Take action. You know what I'm saying, to change it. Being practical, creative. You have to do some creative stuff to get out of this. And so you won't keep this same situation going and be caught on that in that moon stage. But it's ways that you can think like that, just little ideas that we just read about, and you can complete what you came here to do, your destiny, your path. You know what I'm saying? So you can take it on, and when you come back again, you can leave the goodness here when you left, so for the family members, your kids, if you can't do the whole family, and find out other family members that might want to change and complete your destiny and move up on the family tree. So yeah, find family members who might want to help that you can trust that don't want to do that. You know, got to communicate now. It's, like I say, meditate and then see what answers you come up with to change the situation. Just some little thoughts, just some little things that I thought about. I'm pretty sure y'all can think of a lot in your family and lifestyle if you want to change it or you have changed it. That's good. Kudos. Great for y'all. It's wonderful. Teach others if you can. You don't have to tell them exactly what went on. But so yeah, like I said, just little ideas and just to make people aware that the reason why you do different things is from ancestors, the ones that's the bad ancestors that didn't change. All right, y'all. This your girl Ruth signing out. Which y'all like, subscribe, share, and comment. I really appreciate it. And until next time, love y'all. Take care and ask questions. All right, bye, y'all. Love y'all.